I think what I'll do is I'll bring the clover and grass and stick it in the end of the yard over there. Because then that's close to the wrapper, we can just get it all wrapped. Stick it back on the loading trailer or wagon and run it down to the BGA to take the 3 days to brew into silage. Because I can never have too much silage. I can also never have too many tractors on their sides. Yay. Okay, where's the bale collector? Over here. I do miss this bale collection wagon from 22. We got the Anderson round bale pickup. We didn't get... Did we get the Pro? I can't remember. I don't think we got the Pro. The Pro's the one that grabs the bale and lifts it off the ground. And then the RBM 2000 was the one that just scoops it off the ground. And technically you don't want to be scooping silage bales off the ground. So this one is designed for silage bales because it grabs the bale and lifts it and places it rather than scoop and roll. But we didn't get the Anderson square bale collectors. We got what is the bale collector we get in base game? The RQ's in FS19 The problem with this one, for me, is it doesn't work well in European sheds because it stacks. So it'll stack a twin stack of 16 bales, so 8 bales high. And so many European sheds, that's going through the roof, so you can't unload them into the shed, and that's kind of a problem. This thing is a collector, and it leaves rows of bales. So there's no height issue. And thus I prefer it. Now we did get the round bale, not stacker, collector. Because the other one we got, I don't know if I've loaded it. It was a mod. Here we go. So this one, this is from 17, and this will collect 8 bales. So it creates a stack 4 bales high, twin stack 4 bales high. But it's a stacker. It tips all the way up vertical and drops the bales off the back. Whereas the Anderson ones, these tip to 30 degrees, 45 degrees maybe, and roll them off the back. So you end up with a row of bales rather than a stack of bales. Now some places the stacker works very nicely if you've got a huge high roof barn, but a lot of places, like this farm doesn't do. Oh, Lawfolds was the one I was trying to stack bales on. I could stack bales in the middle of a shed, but otherwise I was just having to dump them outside the shed and then use a telehandler or front loader to put them inside. So One thing I could check here is it's Thursday today and it's going to rain on Saturday, so we're not in too much of a hurry to get all of these bales collected and wrapped. How are we doing? That's number 11. So one more. Oh, we missed it. So it looks like I've generated 24. Not required bale. Oh no, we can get 14. Okay, I'm going to get the next one. I mean, the Alcusin stacker will collect 16, which is 2 more than this one. But maybe one of the issues is that because you can have variable size bales, I think square bales you can have 180, 200 and 220 centimetre bales. Maybe they were having problems with this stacker. Okay, this is a bale collector, so we should be able to drive through the hedge. Yes. Hedges don't let bales drive through them, or roll through them, more like. It's a script Oxygen David added to a lot of his hedges on his maps, and the reasons for it is these fields are so steep in places that if you're doing round bales, they will roll to the bottom of the map. So if you're baling up here, your bales are going to roll all the way over there, probably into the road. And things like Chellington and what's the other one? Is it Calmsden Farm? No, it wasn't Calmsden. Calmsden Farm's the FS22 he's working on. Chellington, and there was another. He had a couple of farms, and I was playing on one of those. I created a bunch of bales, and then they all went missing. And it was about 3 game days later, I discovered. I went round a corner, and there's all these round bales in the middle of the road. I said, "Oh, that's where they all went." So yeah. He then added a script to stop bales from passing through hedges, which can result in immense amusement, because the first time I played on one of his maps that had that script running, I'm just hauling a pile of bales on the back of a regular flatbed trailer, and I'm going full speed ahead with the tractor, and I hit the hedge. The tractor went through the hedge, the front of the trailer went through the hedge, and the first bale hit the hedge and we went airborne. So yeah, that was unexpected. But if you're using an autoloader or a bale collection wagon, the bales on the back are just images of bales. They show how many, effectively it's an image of how many bales you have collected. But they're not physical objects as far as the game is concerned. Oh, stop. So that is now just an image of a bale just floating around. But it doesn't interact with the game. I'm uncertain about whether if it's a wrapped bale it will convert to silage, and I don't think that's a thing for this sort of equipment. And the reason is because base game, if you wrap a bale, it becomes silage immediately. If you're running Realismus' seasons, then it doesn't become silage immediately. It takes the normal seasonal period to convert. But I did leave I did leave a bunch of wrapped grass or wrapped clover on the back of one of these and saved the game and exited it. When I came back later, all of the wrapped grass and clover had turned into silage without me playing 3-day seasons, so the 3-day season length to have it convert. So that was a little bit of a surprise, but it kind of makes sense because these bales are images, and while the game is running and you're in close proximity to them, it remembers their sort of fermentation process. But when you save the game and reload, that fermentation process is not saved for images of bales. It could be that some of those bale lofts where you can just drive up, drop bales in, and they auto stack into a barn, also would fast ferment silage as well. Okay, I think that's all of the garbage bales done. So we managed to get, I guess, 26 of them. Just do a quick check down there. No, okay. I think I'm just going to head back across the field and cut through the edge. Cut through the hedge. So as soon as all of these are dropped off, sheep, having to drive over your grass, which I would have preferred not to. We will bring this trailer back because obviously all of the hay will be bringing back up to the yard as well. I probably won't bring any back immediately. All we'll do is we'll create all the clover silage, clover hay, with the JCB in the class, and we'll come back. Then we'll just start off collecting. It's kind of helpful to have this down on the field though, because if we do end up having bales in the way, we can just run out and collect them. I don't know that I'm going to make that turn. Oops. Let's probably put a dent in the frame and busted our fence. Again, this is another fairly easy piece of equipment to reverse because it is so long and the axles are so far back. Okay, that should be good. And of course the reason for dropping them adjacent to the right is because of the loading arm, which does get in the way. And probably done. So yeah, there you can see all of our existing silage bales. I'm pretty sure that is more than sufficient for another 1.5 years. But typically I will do a cut of clover hay and a cut of clover silage for storing on the farm. Everything else is clover silage for sale. We have the field we're currently doing. We also have a block of 4 very small fields behind the cowshed, which are also planted with clover. And I really only need either that block of 4 or this big field of hay to be sufficient. So typically the summer cut we'll do silage in one field set and hay in the other one. and keep that, and then the spring and the fall cuts are both fields of silage, and we take them down to the BGA and stack them up there for 3 days, and then take approximately 2 days to sell them all, because we really do create that many bales, and it takes that long for the digester to process them all. So we lose our JCB for a day or two on the farm. Although the JCB is not really, I mean, none of our tractors are really overused. You know, we use what we use, and I do need this many tractors sometimes. But it's not, you know, it's not like we use 4 big or 2 big and 2 medium tractors every single day. Days like this, I can find a job for all of them, because the number of tasks that need to happen when you're baling. When I'm harvesting, obviously we're using the harvester. I'm generally using the 2 big tractors. One is preparing the field for the next crop, and the other one is carting back to the yard. Okay, those bales look much better. We'll jump out and check that one. There we go, Clover hay, yay. So that's a nicety in Farm Sim 22, is that you do get the ability to just walk up to stuff and it will tell you what it is, as opposed to needing the little Wopster doohickey to scan everything. Okay. So this little task is going to take, well, I guess we're making 11 miles an hour on pretty much all of our equipment. How's the baler? Balers... Oh, that's funny. So the vehicle inspector mod doesn't honour your game settings. I've got this set for miles an hour, but the vehicle inspector is showing that I'm doing 12 kilometers an hour, which I'm not. I think I'm going to run another row down here. Oh, I think I'm just going to hit the baler, because why not? No, we are too close to the edge of the map along this edge, and so it's being a little bit of a problem being able to turn this kit around in the area provided. Yes, we're now going to continue this field along the top edge rather than the bottom. I'll see how close we are to the trees on the other side of this field as well, because that may entail just squaring off the field to 2 road headlands. But now, because I'm doing a headland, we are dropping bales where they may be inconvenient. So I might need the bale collector to go and grab some of the more inconvenient bales for us, and then once that's done, we can get back to rowing up the field normally. I guess I'm going around the square. Okay. Of course, now I can't see how many crap bales. Well, I can. We did 26 bad bales. And now all the rest should be clover hay. Ugh. I had GPS on this tractor. This could be another one of those really good deals for GPS. 45 bales created so far. So we've already got over 20, no, close to 20 clover hay, and I said I wanted to keep about 2 stacks of them. Admonition for me, I should probably put this tractor on 2-wheel steering rather than 4. Just because it's going to turn faster than I'm expecting it to. Especially when I can't see it because of trees. So it looks like we do have a little bit of semi-dry clover which is merging into this windrow. And the hay around that tree island is also probably going to be an issue for us at some point. Again, I'm going to do another row here. Okay, how are we doing now? Well, up to 60. So we're 3/4 of the bales that I need. Or that I've decided I need. I don't know actually. Well, yeah, we'll go 28. Oh, but our telehandler has an auto stacker for front forks, or for bale forks, bale spikes, whatever you call them. So that is going to be useful. When making nice neat stacks in the shed. Hopefully I have judged this turn in. Like I said, this could be another one of those useful jobs you can do with GPS because it helps keep the rows straight. But this is not a tractor that is installed with GPS, so of course I could swap it with the Challenger, but not really worth it. This is going fine. This is where it gets iffy, and I think we did okay. I don't think anybody noticed. And yeah, I am missing some of the hay. It doesn't matter. We'll be back on this field at least once more this year to make silage, and that'll, you know, the dregs of clover hay that we're leaving behind, or semi-dry clover, will just be bulking up. Actually, it might not be bulking up, because I windrow with the mowers, so that only rows up what you cut. It doesn't row up anything that's already on the field. So I don't know. We may never pick that up until next year when we decide to do another clover hay cut. Anyway, how are we doing with this? We've still got a fair amount to go. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon game time. Missing a few bits along that right edge again. Again, I have another bale in the headland. Just a little bit in the way. We'll just wreck half of our windrow vanes, knocking it aside. Okay, this is starting to look... Oh no, got another